Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another live series. Today we're honored to have the 7th finalist on board here. We're gonna have a chat with her. Marvoma, I always take time to acknowledge the first person to join the live. So Marvoma, congratulations and thank you for keeping time and being the first one joining this live. So today we have yet another interesting, amazing, beautiful lady who is also a finalist for Miss World Kenya 2021 coming on here. And we are looking forward to having her on board. We're looking to having a great conversation with her, a great chat. Thank you, Mavoma. We're looking to have a great chat with her. As much as you're here, tell your friends to be here as well. Remember, the main competition is on the 28th this month, so we are 7 days away from crowning the new Miss World Kenya, who will take over from the current Miss World Kenya, who, like many of you might know, is Wavinya Maria. So we are looking to have another queen take over from Wavinya Maria. Wavinya Maria has been an outstanding personality. She has carried her crown with grace, and she has been amazing. So I'm looking forward as well to having another lady as my queen and continue the reign with her, because I'm privileged to continuing being the Mr. Kenya again until probably next year, until I go for my competitions. Before we have Betty Muzarika on, I see there's already someone. This must be Maria, and I feel excitement. I'm excited as well. Betty Muzarika is gonna be on here tonight. So before that, there's something I always like to do. I always like to remind everyone on this live to follow the journey of these ladies during the bootcamp. Remember, we had over 500 applications for Miss World Kenya, and out of that, only 33 were chosen to get into the bootcamp. It was a tough full day for judges trying to decide who will get into the bootcamp. Only 33 ladies managed to get in. And also, during the bootcamp, which was a 2-week period, we had close to, you do your math, we remained with 16 finalists. That means 17 ladies were evicted. All the evictions, all the drama and action is on Viusasa. So I'll take a minute to find the Viusasa ad, which will show you how to navigate Viusasa and probably find the videos.
Miss World Kenya is back. Bigger, better, and more dramatic than ever. Catch all the action live on Viusasa this August. The stakes are higher, the competition stiffer, and the prizes are even more enticing. Join us as we discover who will wear the crown and be the next face of Kenya to the world. Brought to you by Ashley's Kenya Limited. The 53rd anniversary of Miss World Kenya brought over 500 applications from across the country. Ladies from every corner and county sent in their hopes to vie for the crown, but only 30 finalists were chosen to walk in the halls of our prestigious bootcamp at the Trademark Hotel. We've seen drama, tears, sweat, and even blood in the hopes of surviving the surprise evictions and winning the hearts of our celebrity guests and judges. Who will survive the evictions? Who will win the fast-track events? And ultimately, who will be crowned the queen of them all? This is the road to Miss World Kenya 2021. You don't want to miss this. Miss World.
All right, I believe I've given enough time for to allow guys to join in this live. Nyoro Sims, you're saying you're locked. Thank you. And Jesse, hello Frankie. Hello to you, Jesse. I hope you're having a beautiful weekend. So yeah, right about now, I'm inviting Betty Muzarika onto this live. I hope she's on because I've not seen her join. I don't know. So I'm just to Betty Muzarika. Betty Muzarika, please kindly, if you are on, please feel free to join us. There you are. Have you been on this
Hi.
live, Betty?
Yes,
Have you been on this live this whole
I
time?
just saw the notification to join in, and I was ready to hit that button.
All right. How have you been?
I am so good. How are you? It's been a minute.
How's your Saturday?
My Saturday has been quite busy finishing up on some work, but all in all, it has been a good Saturday.
All right. So as we have a little chit chat, we'll take a few minutes to talk about random things that don't really matter, so that we give your followers time to join into this live,
Yeah.
because you just joined there. So and I'm sure it
Yes.
just sent the notifications to them. But I can see even before you joined, there were people screaming your name, because I'm
Oh,
saying
that's so
screaming.
nice. Thank you so much.
I'm saying screaming
That's
because they
I
were
can
writing
see
your
them.
names in capital letters here. Maria Edna, I believe, is a big friend, or rather fan of yours.
Yeah.
Um, it's just Sadia. Sa-
Dear.
Sadia.
Hi.
Sadia. The name sounds familiar, but well, yeah. So I can see your fans are joining. So tell us something funny before we begin.
Well, something funny. Okay, where do I start? Oh yes, there's something funny I can say. So I'm used to telling a friend of mine, "Uko tu sawa." In the context, like when this friend of mine is fearful about something, I'm like,
Yeah.
"Uko tu sawa." And then
Wait.
today I was a meme about the Kenyan dictionary. Ati,
Yeah.
"Uko tu sawa." A polite way of telling someone you're ugly. Like, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I
I
refuse.
I also bumped into that page today, and it's hilarious. As in, I can relate to, and I'm sure you as well can relate
Absolutely. Yeah.
to tabia za Wakenya, yeah.
Yes, I know, right?
So Betty, I believe we've given them enough time, so I think we can begin. So I know you, and some of your fans might know you, so but for the sake of, for formality, and for the sake of
Yeah.
those who might not know you on this live,
Mm-hmm.
kindly just introduce yourself.
Yes. Hi, and hi to everyone who's joined the live, and to those ones who will be joining this discussion much later. My name is Betty Muzarika. I am 2 decades plus 4 years old. For those ones who are doing the math, now you know. I am in the final lap towards finishing my undergraduate studies at Moi University. I'm pursuing a bachelor's degree in media science. Other than that, I am a people person. Most of my friends call me Bomb because I hang around a lot of people. I enjoy hanging out. I am passionate about modeling. I have been in the modeling industry for about 9 years now. There are those questions that are on the Mr. and Miss World page. Yes, it's 9 years. I know some of you. I started way back in 2012 when I joined Form 1. I know there are those ones who are making those calculations. Yes. Aside from that, I am also a TV producer at Switch TV. Yes, I am one of the producers for Full Circle with Mwikali. And I think, in a nutshell, that is Betty Muzarika. Thank you.
Wow. So if I want to come to Full Circle, or if anyone on here wants to come to Full Circle, you know
Yes.
who to talk to.
You know
Yeah?
who to talk to.
Yeah. Uko na connections.
Connections are here, I tell you for free. Feel free to pick me up.
Ah, All right, Betty, you seem to have a lot of things going on.
Yes.
Sorry about that. You seem to have a lot of things going on for yourself, which is pretty dope and pretty amazing. And I believe the career path you're taking, and that is media, I think
Yes.
goes in line with the modeling thing you're doing. So I'm not surprised you've been modeling for 9 years, though it comes as a
Yeah.
because I've been modeling for 4 years myself. So what have you been doing
What?
for 9 years?
Look
Yeah,
at
I
you.
started modeling in 2017.
And you're
So
doing so well.
it's been 4 years. What have you been doing for 9 years, Betty?
So back in Form 1, when I joined the industry, we usually had cultural days in my school. I was in Embu Girls. It's in Dagoretti South. So the girls from Form 3, Form 4, Form 2 asked me to participate. We were trained, went home for midterm break, came back. I did not take part in that event. Same thing happened in Form 2. Then in 2014, I was crowned as Miss Nembu. Now that's where my journey began. I fell in love with modeling. I continued. We did a social welfare project where we used to sell hot dogs on Saturdays and Sundays, and then the money we raised, we pay school fees for other girls. So it just grew in me, you know. I joined Moi University in 2016, September, and there was Fashion Week. I was like, what am I doing? This thing is interesting and all. I met people. I met one of my current managers. She's called Yufi Omolo. I'm sure she's watching. Hi, Yufi. Yes. And then Yufi trained me, encouraged me, and I participated at Mr. and Miss Universities Kenya in 2018. Did not win, but then went ahead to win Miss Face of Eldoret same year. The same 2018, I was able to participate Miss Universe Kenya. I was a finalist at Miss Universe Kenya. I also did not win. Went back to school. I was in session. Was crowned Miss Culture Moi University, and then being a Miss in Moi University, I was able to participate at World Miss Universities and represented Kenya in Seoul, Korea. So
Wow.
I bagged the African Award and the Economic Award as World Miss University Africa 2018. After which I participated in Miss World 2019. Yes, I was here, y'all. Hi. I was here in 2019, got to top 5. Glory to God. It's all been by the grace of God, by the way. And finally, we are here, back at it again.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. I don't know. I don't know how you kind of intimidate me. Yeah, your
No,
achievements kind of intimidate. You know why? You know why, Betty? Because how many pageants are those you mentioned? Those are.
about 6 or 7, if not more.
I've only been on 2 pageants. Two.
What my question? Because I've also been doing high fashion. Yeah, worked with a few designers here and there. There's Caroline Kinoti, Deepa Dusaja, Chinese Fashion Week with Confucius Institute, and a couple of more Kenyan designers. It's
What
been a journey.
What is it about modeling that you love? Because I'm sure you really love modeling from how you are talking about it, and considering you've done a lot for yourself in that field. What is it about modeling that you like?
I like the diversity. Modeling is so diverse. You know, there's this notion that in Kenya, you have to be slim, you have to be tall, you have to be dark, you have to be light skinned. But there's so much more that is in the modeling industry that people don't know. You might have lovely nails, you can be a nail model, you have the look, you can do skincare, commercial, editorial, you can do swimsuit, you can do plus size, there's pageantry, here we are, you know, the diversity that is in the modeling industry that accepts every single person the way they are. That is what I love the most. And I have a couple of girls who come to me and they say, oh, I'm too short, I can't participate in modeling. There's always a place for you. If you cannot do runway modeling, you cannot do commercial, you can do runway, you know. That's what I love about this industry.
That's amazing, amazing, amazing. I've never looked at it in that perspective. Because what I like myself, what I like about modeling is the fact that you can use it to impact the society, and that's the sole reason I'm here. But
Yeah.
then I've never thought about it that way. At least I'm learning a thing or two from
Yes.
Madam Experience herself.
Oh my goodness.
So you've been to China as well.
Yes, I have been.
How was it modeling as a Kenyan in China?
In China, I didn't quite model in China, but I have been to Korea.
Oh,
Although I
that
worked
is
with the
good.
Chinese, yes. It's quite different because you get to interact with different cultures, but then every single person has something that they are eyeing. You have to be focused on a particular thing if you want to stand out, being a master of something. And what I can say is that the best thing to do as an individual, before I get to how it has been for myself, is that what I learned is to pick out something that you can actually grasp and master and stick to that. For me, was public speaking. That's how I ended up winning the economic award. We had a forum where we had to give a speech. There's a video on my highlights at betty.muzarika, and I talked about the economy award. That way, I got to bag that award. So if you find something that is working for you, grasp it, master it, stick to it, and then let it shine. Yes.
Wow. So you seem to have put in your 10,000. You know how they say you have to put in 10,000 hours before you master something? You've
Yes.
put in 9 years. That is way over 10,000 hours, I'm sure. So you seem to have
Absolutely.
mastered your art well. So what is it you think that can stop you from bagging this crown? Well, what is it you probably feel because you've perfected your craft from the way I see them, your craft, sorry, from my viewpoint. What is it you think that might stop you?
Well, I'll say what might stop me is fear. One thing for sure is that fear paralyzes. But when you are not fearful, there's movement. So you need to be very, very bold that in as much as fear might come your way, we are over 16 girls at the moment, and every single person has their niche. So there's that aspect of being fearful. I'm not good enough. Someone is taller than I. Someone has a good work. Their work is better than mine. But then you choose to not fear because whatever that does not happen naturally has to be done intentionally. So you be intentional about it. And me being able to calm my nerves at that point where I'm supposed to go on stage next and I'm fearful, it has happened before. You're asked a question and you just go blank, you know? So yeah, I'm learning to calm my nerves and be able to walk in boldness. And I think being able to do that, there's nothing that will stop me from bagging this crown.
Well, it's amazing to hear that one of the most professional models I know still has a bit of fear when they're on the runway, which you know
You know? Yeah.
I've been in the same boot camp as you, Betty, Miss World Kenya 20, Mr. and Miss World Kenya 2019, and hands down, I must admit it. Your work is amazing. Your work is
Thank
beautiful,
you. Thank
and,
you
and
so
now
much.
and now that you're talking about your modeling experience, I understand why it is the way it
Mm-hmm.
is. But then I like that you're being honest with us, with everyone on this live, because you've
Yeah.
admitted that there's that sense of fear whenever anyone
Yeah.
steps on that stage. Because you always ask someone, what do you think might weigh you down? They're like, nothing, I'm unstoppable.
I
But
know.
but then, admittedly, all of us has their own weaknesses, but even me, for me today, if I'm to be put on the same stage I was put last year, I'd
Uh-huh.
still have the same level of fear. There's that tension that comes in. You're never fully
Always. Yeah.
confident. Yeah.
Always.
So what are some of the things you do maybe before the show or when you're on stage that help you deal with that sort of tension or fear?
I pray Deep in my heart, I always pray. I am a strong believer, so I pray. That's one. Two, I breathe. I take deep breaths, breathing in, breathing out, and it helps calm my nerves. That has been my secret. Sometimes there's so much tension that you can't even master your walk. You understand? Muscle memory is there, but you're not able to lift your legs because you're shaking. So I tend to take long, short breaths, deep breaths, and it helps calm my nerves.
That's amazing. Yeah. So if anyone is here and they're dealing with fear on the runway, I'm pretty sure some of your models, you heard it
Mhm.
from the master herself. Just take long and short breaths. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it helps.
how has the boot camp been for you, Betty?
I must say, because now I'm able to compare with the bootcamp that we had in 2019, this year has been different in terms of perfection. There's a bit of excellence that is seen in this year, from the venue to the people who are coming in to talk to us, to train us. The production itself, talk about partnering with Viusasa, that has been epic, and it has been something that I've never experienced it before, having a reality TV thing. So that is different. And also the girls, my lord. I have been modeling for quite some time, but I must say the cream de la cream. We have beautiful queens, not just beautiful, but they have brains. You understand? I must say this year, and this year, everyone is good. Everyone is really good. Yeah.
So how do you see yourself compared to the contestants? I'm sure you've interacted with them. You've weighed. You've looked at who could be your biggest competition.
Yeah.
Who who do you think is your biggest competition in that bootcamp?
I think my biggest competition is myself, because I want to be better than the Betty who was top 5 in 2019, and I want to be that person who I know I can be, because I have been in this long enough and I know the mistakes that I made, and I want to actualize how much I have learned from the mistakes I had in 2019.
So in the case that you win, it's pretty clear what you'll do. You'll prepare yourself for Puerto Rico,
Oh
which I
my
hope you
lord,
win. I'm always wishing everyone the best, you know.
thank
But then
you.
in the case that you don't win, considering you mentioned you did Miss Universe,
Yes.
you did Miss World Kenya the first time. You came out top 5. Um, the
Mhm.
competition is stiffer this time. What happens
Yes.
in the case that you don't win again? Because for me, I feel like it would be heartbreaking, and I feel like the decision you made to come back again is a
Mhm.
really bold one. It just
Yeah.
speaks a lot about you and your personality. It means you're a go-getter, you're bold, you believe in
Mhm.
yourself. What happens if you don't win?
If I don't win, I will keep on advocating for mental wellness. I'm also a champion for taking climate action, because it goes a long way. Taking climate action is as simple as switching off the lights when you're not using them, using your phone when it's not charging, the little things that matter. So if I don't win, I will keep on doing what I'm still doing right now at the moment. Definitely keep up with my career as a TV producer at TV. I wish the one who will take the crown the best, supports them all the way. You know, what comes with the crown is a lot. It's a responsibility. You become Kenya. You're not just, I won't be Betty Muzarika, but I will be Kenya. And it magnifies whatever you're already doing. You don't become a queen and then start from zero. There's something that each one of us is already doing, but getting the Miss World crown magnifies it and then puts you on that platform to do what you're doing on a larger scale, because now you become a public figure who speaks for so many people, who voices for so many people. But if I don't get that, with the little that I will be doing, I will keep on doing it, and step by step make it bigger, larger, and better.
I like that you ooze a lot of positivity, Betty, because for me, For me, I'd have gone back home. For me, you know,
Oh,
I'm done. You
we,
know, I'm closing this. This is not meant for me.
you
You know.
know, we've been to so many auditions before where you give it your all and then you're
Yeah,
told, thank you for coming.
yeah,
It was nice having you. You
yeah.
know, so you go home, but you develop that thick skin. But and it's something that I love doing. You keep on doing it. You be resilient.
So,
Yeah.
what has been your biggest challenge, maybe during the bootcamp?
My biggest challenge has been balancing, being able to balance work, being able to balance school. I'm done with my coursework, but I still have project to finish. I'm doing my internship, and then there's 12. So striking a balance between all that, and still, we have social lives, and their friends
Yeah,
are like, "You're too busy nowadays. You
yeah.
don't talk, you don't chat, you're not online." Being there for every one of my friends who needs me or I need them, and being able to balance work, school, and Miss World, that has been my biggest challenge. But so far, so good and so good.
And it's good that you're bringing that forth because people don't understand what comes with being a queen or even
Yeah.
being a king, you know, because all of a sudden now you are this person who most people are looking up to, sorry, and
Mm-hmm.
you are busy because you're trying to balance your career, you're
Yeah.
trying to balance your modeling career, you're trying to balance your
Absolutely.
social life. There's a lot of things that are in play, and especially for example for you, if you're in school, you're trying to
Mm-hmm.
balance your coursework as well. um, that's a lot of baggage to carry, and I must admit that you're carrying it with grace, because even during the boot camp I never noticed like you're stressed about everything, you know.
You know,
Because for most people with stress or extra baggage, it shows on the face. But then
yeah.
you're always positive. You're always positive. You're always positive, like you're saying, which is a really good thing. But so, let alone the challenges. What about the highlights? What was your best moment during the bootcamp?
My highlights,
Yeah,
connecting and not networking with people. My highlights, one is the morning devotion. We usually have morning devotion every single day. I enjoy exercising, but then I never get the time on my own. We have fitness sessions. Ha! I'm sure guys are following on Visasa. You
uh,
see us, So I
uh,
enjoy. That's my highlight. No matter how tough it seems and how hard it feels, I enjoy the fitness sessions a lot, a lot, a lot. And then the guys who come to talk to us, being able to be in this, not even being able to do anything, but just being in the same room with someone like the Chief Administrative Secretary of Ministry of Public Service and Health, Honorable Rachel Shebesh, people like Maureen Waititu, you understand? Big Head, great people who are doing great things in their own
Daddy
capacity, being able
Owen.
to network with them. Frank, you've been at the boot camp. Hmm?
Yeah,
Being at the
yeah.
boot camp with Mr. Wells, you understand? Those are my highlights. Getting to see the girls. So we had boot camp for 2 weeks, and then like having a Saturday off, a Sunday off, and then we meet again on Monday. You feel like you've missed the queens.
Yeah,
Just interact with them, going for lunch with them.
yeah.
Those are usually my highlights.
Yeah, so I think those are some of the things someone really misses, especially for the
Yes,
competition, because now life is back
exactly.
to normal, you know,
Yeah.
and you're brought out of this social circle that you're already used to, people
Uh-huh.
that you got solid connections with just over a small period of time. It kind of
Exactly.
nika kutoka funky, that feeling,
Mm. You
yeah.
unataka funky kwa like,
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
yeah.
Those highlights.
So, Betty, would you like, maybe if you don't mind, to share with us your life story? And by your life story, I mean, you know, there's those things in someone's lives that were
Mm-hmm.
turning points. There's things in your
Yeah.
lives that maybe changed who you are as a person, your personality for the better. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. Do you mind sharing like maybe 1 or 2 or 3 things that maybe changed your lives?
Yes. So when I began, I introduced myself, but what I might not have mentioned is that I am a firstborn in a family of 4 children. My brother is an advocate. My sister is a doctor. My other sister lives abroad. Yours truly decided to pursue modeling. Imagine the time I was coming for the Miss Universe auditions, and I was still in session back in 2018. So I came back home, and my school is alert. I'm in my university main campus. Coming back home, my dad is like, I have paid school fees. I sent you to school just the other day. It's not even been 2 weeks. You're back in Nairobi for modeling. They are currently supportive, but has not always been like that. I remember this particular time, my dad told me I am obsessed. He said, "You are obsessed with modeling. What is this you're doing? I'm taking you back to school. I don't want to hear any of this nonsense." It was bad. It was bad because you're the last born. They expect you to pursue media. For instance, I'm pursuing a degree in media science. They want you to be in school to focus on your studies. Like, they really didn't understand why I am modeling. And being the youngest one, no make care. You understand? You're lost. You don't know the way. You don't know what to do with your life. You're not serious. You need to be serious. You joined campus the other day. You're already all over the place. So I know, and that is one thing that I usually share with people. Like, people will not see what you're seeing the first time you do it, but then if only you believe in yourself first and convince them that you know what you're doing, then they're able to believe in you and support you at it. You understand? So that it has always been difficult. It has not always been easy getting family support, friend support, but we are here now. And I'd like to encourage each and every person who is watching. People might not believe in you, but you know what you're targeting, you know what you want. Go for it. Go for it. And also, I said I've been modeling for about 9 years. I didn't always know I wanted to be Miss World. That's something people sound but like me.
Yeah.
I mean, have you have you met me? Yeah, and I will encourage people. So I can sing. I sing. I enjoy dancing as well, and swimming from time to time. So being able to model for a very long time enabled me to master what to do that, and I developed a love for this thing. And I would encourage people. Probably it's art. You know, you are good at art and design. Keep on doing it. So yes, I can sing. Yes, I can dance. I try. You understand? But I used to find out that when I'm modeling, I stand out. Most of us can model, but when I could model in groups, maybe I could get a crown or become a runners up, but I used to stand out. So if you're there and you don't know what your talent is, there's something that you do it better than others, that you do it right. Could be that's your talent, something that you do and you stand out in. That's how I discovered my modeling passions and my talent in it. And yeah, that's what I can say. That's my story.
Yours is an amazing story, Betty, and it's relatable to me because I feel like we've both gone through the same thing. Because you can imagine, I graduated school, yeah. So after graduating with an electrical engineering degree, I jumped straight into modeling. I was like, no, I don't want no
Modeling.
jobs. I don't want anything. It was tough on my parents, and I think your parents are probably going through the same thing my parents were at that time. So
Yes.
all I'm hoping is that it bears fruits for you, and you go really far with this in a manner
Thank
that
you.
they'll appreciate you for the efforts you're putting in and for the journey you chose to take.
Yeah.
So finally, just the last thing I'd ask is in concerns to beauty with a purpose. I'm sure you expected this. So
Yes.
in the case that you are crowned Miss World Kenya, what is the project you'd like to undertake that will see you positively impacting the society?
Well, you have heard me mention it in this lab. I am advocating. It's something that I have been doing for quite some time. If still what I was doing when I was taking part in Miss Universe 2018, advocating for mental wellness and mental health. I'm so happy because that is what Miss World 2021 is about, going green, and in conjunction with creating mental health awareness to people, because we tend to think about suicide, depression, but then mental illnesses are more than that. We have OCDs, schizophrenia, bipolar disorders, borderline personality. There's so much that people need to be aware of. And one thing that I usually say is, when you ask a class 5 boy or a class 5 girl about the same symptoms of HIV and AIDS, you know they are going to tell you.
Yeah.
Symptoms of HIV and AIDS are at their fingertips, because that is what is in the syllabus. They know it, they know the causes, they know the preventions, they know how to go about it in case they are positive. And I would like that to be what will happen when it comes to mental health in the near future. If we can incorporate these studies in our syllabus from the government to the Ministry of Education, the better. We are doing what we can in our own capacities to promote mental health awareness, but then again, we need to find a sustaining solution. We need sustaining solutions. So you can bring up that young boy, bring up that young girl from when they are young, because it's easy to train young children than it is to train older ones. They be able to know about mental health and mental wellness. That is what I'm going to support and push and vouch for, with or without the crown, because it's something that I'm doing on my own. And aside from that, championing for climate action. Like I said, it goes a long way. Not using your phones when you're charging them, switching off the lights when you're not using them. Understand? Not littering. Those are little things that make up the bigger picture. That's what I am for.
All right. Thank you for your time, Betty. That has been our time. You have been
Thank you.
an amazing guest.
You've
This
been an
conversation
amazing.
has just flowed. I didn't realize time has been going, but that's been our time. So
Yeah.
I wish you all the best in Miss World Kenya and in
Thank
whatever
you.
undertakings you're having right now. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So guys, thank you for coming through for Betty and coming through on this live. We see you again on Monday at 7 p.m. with yet another finalist. So for
Thank
today,
you so
have a
much.
good night and have a beautiful Sunday.
Good night.
Good night.